Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty in the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you are new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for one of my favorite videos. This is the BYOP series and this is an effort to not neglect my singles. So if you want to see the palette I came up with for the month of August, keep on watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. All right, you guys, I hope you all are well and have had a great day or about to have a good day, whatever time you're watching this video. If you are new to this series, the Shop My Eyeshadow Stash BYOP palette, no, it's not BYOP palette because the P stands for palette. So the BYOP series was started by my friend Kelly over at Keep Beauty Real and myself as a way to utilize our beautiful eyeshadow singles. And we were just talking about how they tend to get neglected and we, mostly reach for the palettes and thought that centering a palette around a theme would be a great way to use them. So we also have Kendra Morgan Official that joins us. She has a great eyeshadow single collection as well, and she does a lot of Duping the Vibes videos. So I will have their videos linked in the description box, so check them out when you get a chance and see the palette that they came up with for this month. Last year, in the month of August, we created a transition to fall palette. And one of the challenges is, as we continue to do this series, is trying to come up with some ideas that are new and not doing the same thing all the time. So we thought that for August, and we're thinking a month ahead for September, that we would create a grab and go palette. And the reason being is, I know September is a busy month for me. Depending on the year, school is just starting. We're starting the week before Labor Day this year, but regardless of when the start date is, school is starting. For me, for the boys, it is just an extremely busy time. And I'm already experiencing just not being able to take my time and do my makeup in the morning, Our work schedules change. So there's just a lot going on for me at this time. So in the mornings, I really don't have time to just peruse through my collection and just, piddle around and think about what I want to wear. I need something that's going to be easy, go-to, and like foolproof. So that's the inspiration behind this palette. Let me show it to you. I really like this one. So this is my palette, and of course we're gonna get into the swatches and an eyeshadow look, but I just wanted to show it to you up close. I love this. So the rules are that we can only use 10 shades, and when I put this together, I was like, yeah, this could definitely be a go-to palette that I can grab, that I can do a couple of different looks that are right up my alley at this time when I think about the eyeshadow looks I've been doing lately. And it is going to be a great look regardless of which colors I put together. So let's go ahead and get into the swatches. Now, I want to share that the inspiration for this palette came from this shade. So this is the one I'm going to talk about first. And this is a single from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is from their Heat bundle, and this was gifted to me. This is the shade Lit. And there you can see, it's just a beautiful, like bronzy, kind of champagne-y color. And here is the swatch of Lit. I think this color is a great, okay.
Come more mac and cheese, just mac and cheese.
Okay, can you give me 1 second? And I will get it, okay? Give me 1 second. Let me just tell them about this color. Oh, I gotta tell y'all about August too, but really fast. This was the inspo for the palette because I just think it is a classic neutral shade. It is on the warm side, but it's a shade that I think would look good on anyone. So I wanted to include that. And I also want to share that this bundle called the Heat bundle by Unearthly Cosmetics is a beautiful eyeshadow collection. I think there are 4 or 5 shades, and they are so smooth and gorgeous. So that'll be another video. August wants more mac and cheese. Let me get that. Okay, he's good. So the next shade that I chose is a shade that I have used twice lately, and this is the shade Hyperion. This is from Terra Cosmetics. I just have to show you what this shade looks like on the finger. It is such a unique shade. And there is Hyperion. As I was saying, I've used this shade twice lately, and the first time I used it with the Patrick Ta Major Dimension palette, and then the second time I used it, it was with the Dior Mirror Mirror Quint. So it is just a really special shade, and I keep gravitating toward it because I just love the shift. It goes from like a green to a beautiful pink. And I think it looks good with so many looks. It's one of those looks where from afar, it's not gonna look like anything special, but when you get up on it or turn a certain way, you see that shift and realize just how special this shade is. So I think Hyperion is one of my favorite Terra Moon's shades. Now the next shade I chose is a matte from Sydney Grace. This is the shade Bravo, and it is like an army green. And here you can see the swatch for Bravo. Let me zoom in a little bit. Here we go. So we have Lit, Hyperion, and then Bravo. I have another shade here from Sydney Grace, and this is the shade Commission. And you can see Commission has seen some better days. Hello.
Can I have some juice?
August, you have to be able to grab that juice, okay? Go get it. It's sitting out, I'm sure. Close it. And here is Commission. You can see that it's a beautiful antique type color. It's, I would say, in the gold family, but to me it also has like a hint of green there. I love the texture of this metallic. All right, the next shade that I'm going to share with you is actually the last shade that I chose, and I chose this to be my inner corner. I also think it has a small hint of blue in it, but it's very icy. This is the shade Arctic Fox, and this is by Clionadh. This is one of their circle shades, which please do not underestimate the circle shades. They're very good. So there's Arctic Fox. There's Arctic Fox up close. And this is another really smooth shade. Sometimes with the lighter shades, they can be a bit flaky, but this one is not. Okay, so I'm skipping over Lit, so we're here. And this I just picked because I can never, ever, ever go wrong with this shade. It is one of my favorite Clionadh stained glass shades, and this is Vermillion. There it is. And this is gonna be one of those pink to gold type shifts, and it's intense. I love this shade so much. So here's Vermillion, and you can see that pink to gold shift. The next shade is another Clionadh circle shade, and this is the shade Hunter. It's one of their metallics. So you can see it is a metallic purple shade. Huh? Bananas. Come here. It's not locked. Go wipe your hands. Marky can't open the door because his hands are probably greasy, talking about it's locked. I can't do it today. I feel like he said, where are the bananas? I didn't buy any bananas. So here's the shade Hunter. And I love this because it is purple, but it's not super intense. It kind of reminds me of a grayish type purple. Yes, Marky?
Can we have bananas?
I didn't buy bananas, but when I go to the store, I'll get some. I didn't know you were into bananas. All of a sudden, he wants some bananas. That's good, though. But I don't know, these boys been trying new foods lately. It hasn't fared well for August. I have an update on him, by the way, when we get into the eyeshadow look, but you see he's fine. All right. Next, I have a Sydney Grace shadow. It is a matte, and this is the shade Mom Ride. This is one of my favorite browns by Sydney Grace, and I love the name Mom Ride. If you know why they call it Mom Ride, let me know, but I love it. I thought this could make a really good transition shade or even a smoke shade. You could use it as a transition depending on how you blend it out, and then build it up to a smoke shade depending on how you build it up. All right, so there is a Mom Ride, and you see like this color story is already so good. Like, I love everything about it. And we have 2 shades left. This next shade, y'all, oh, this is one of my favorite shades out of all my eyeshadow singles. I don't know what Sydney Grace was on when they created this shade. This is Tiara. Let me show it. When you see the swatch, you'll understand. It reminds me, well, it's a taupe. That's what it is. It doesn't remind me of it. It is a taupe. Like, hold on. Like, look at that. If you like Sydney Grace eyeshadows and you don't have this shade, I would definitely add it to my wish list. I think that Tiara is one of their very best shades. It is one of their finest shades. Wait till y'all see it. Look at it, y'all. Look how beautiful that is. It's like a silvery taupe. So that's our story. Last but not least, I needed a trusty transition shade. And this one, for some reason, out of all the browns I have, tends to be one of my favorites. It is from a depotted KKW Beauty palette. So fire. I still have it. This is the shade Crater of Heckla. I want to say I included this in my one and done favorite eyeshadows. It's Heckla. And that's it. There's nothing super special about it, but it is the perfect brown tone. I was looking at Peach Crush from Sydney Grace, and I was looking at Mango Tea from Sydney Grace, but they were a little too light. But this one is just, it is the perfect tone. And I think it really will be great as a complement to the other 2 mattes in the palette, which are Mom Ride and Bravo. So there's Crater of Heckla, and now you see the entire color story. So I love this. I don't feel the need to have more than 3 mattes in this palette, and the shimmers I think are really complementary. They also have different textures. You know, we have 1 duochrome, 2 duochromes actually, or multi-chromes. Then we have the classic, you know, bronzy champagne. We've got just some beautiful metallics, and then the inner corner highlight shade, which you could use on the lid or use as a brow bone highlight, but I'm not sure if I would really use that on the lid with these mattes, but definitely I would use it as my inner corner highlight, and probably not a brow bone either. So let me know what you think of this palette. So I really like this color story. After I sat and swatched it out the first time, I think this is a pretty good grab and go palette for me. The 3 mattes are perfect for the looks I've been doing lately, and then I have some neutral shimmers if I want to just keep it soft. I have, you know, some bold ones if I want to do something a little dramatic. I just think it has everything on the eyeshadow spectrum that I would need. So let's go ahead and get into a look with the palette. Let's do 2 looks. The plan was 1, but let's just do 1 on each eye because I've got ideas already. Before we do that, I want to tell you what I have on my face. I'm wearing the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I used maybe 1 pump. To me, this one is really full coverage, and when I use 2 pumps, like when I first tried it, that was too much. So I'm kind of finding my balance with this one, but I really love the match and the finish. For concealer, I have on the Dior Forever Skin Correct. This has been my go-to concealer lately. And for the under eye powder, I have been obsessed with this Chantecaille Perfect Blur finishing powder, and this is the medium deep. I am absolutely obsessed with this stuff. Today for bronzer, I am wearing the LYS Cream Bronzer in the shade Harmony. This is the No Limits bronzer. Blush, I have on Cosmic Coral. I just got this blush duo from Pat McGrath. It was on sale at Sephora. On top of that, I have a bit of a highlighter, if you can see it right there. This is the Essential Balm by Chanel in the shade Sculpting. It is just a very dewy shimmer that's very smooth, but it really like gives you that wet look. And then for lipstick, I'm wearing the Rare Beauty Kind Words lipstick in the shade Wise. I don't have a liner on, but I do have the matching liner, but that's Wise right there. Now we can go ahead and get into the look. I'm wearing the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden as per usual. All right. For both looks, I'm probably going to use this KKW Beauty shade as the transition. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that on the first eye with a Glam Light blending brush. Oh, so let me tell you about August really quick. So August broke out again this morning, which is gonna be yesterday when you're watching this video. So today's Wednesday, this is going up Thursday because last minute. Not really, work has just been really busy. So I was just like, this is just like, you're on prednisone. This is just not working. Let me just do both eyes since it's gonna be the same transition. So my mom came and picked him up this morning to take him to the doctor's for me so I didn't have to miss work. So when he got to work, make sure my mic is still on good. So when he got to the doctor's, they were like, the prescription that he got from the clinic wasn't even enough to shock his system, you know? So he was basically going to continue to have these little breakouts or whatever. But he was like, next time, definitely go to the hospital. I think that I didn't do that at first because originally I thought it was because August has dry skin. And I didn't think allergies because like he wasn't having any breathing problems or anything like that. I mean, that would have been alarming, you know, in the past as per allergy testing, which I'm going to be getting an updated one. Obviously, he didn't have an issue with shellfish. The other thing that he tried was the strawberry banana smoothie. And if you didn't see the other video when I was talking about it, August ate a piece of shrimp tempura. He was very interested and I let him try it because I was so happy that, you know, he was trying something new because he usually doesn't go for new foods. So anyway, he's doing great. He has 2 prescriptions right now. So the doctor is treating him as if he was not treated for this at all. So he's starting over, but he's going to be on this for like a week. But the prednisone is stronger and he has like a very strong version of Benadryl. So I'm hoping this nips it and then we will follow up with the allergist to see like what caused it, but I'm thinking it was a shrimp tempura. But I'm so thankful that he had no breathing issues because he has asthma. I really am not trying to have to use his EpiPen. Like that would just be too much, but I would definitely do it. Now let's move on with this look because I'm off task as per usual. Now what I want to do is let's go into the crease now. Now for my crease shade, I have, I hope this isn't scratchy, a Morphe M507 brush, and I'm gonna go into Bravo from Sydney Grace right here. This is gonna be my crease and outer corner shade. So yeah, y'all, I'm so thankful. So let me know. I will definitely be talking about it on Saturday for purchase or pass, but you know, a lot of these were Sydney Grace shades, and I see the new collab with the Fancy Face. So I'm curious to your thoughts about that. My initial thought is I'm gonna pass, even though I really do like Tina from the Fancy Face. I really do. I'm just wondering how much I would wear that palette because I have her Hummingbird palette, the one that she did with Odin's, and it's beautiful. I just have so many palettes. So I really love the level of depth that's in this look, and I think it really goes well with the transition shade, which is the Crater of Heckla shade. I think that looks really beautiful, and I can take a fluffier brush and blend it out even more. you know, if I'm not happy with that, but I think I am. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I wanna go into, what a predicament. I was actually thinking about going into Commission, but now I'm looking at Tiara. Okay, let me just go with my gut. So I'm going into Commission, which is the shade I just held up on my finger. Look at this beautiful shade. Like, you just cannot go wrong. I think that is so beautiful. And then I'm gonna follow that up with Hyperion. And as I was telling you, this is just a shade I have really been going for so much lately because of the shift. I think it's a very, very unique shade. And even though I used a warm transition shade, I love the coolness that these lid shimmers are bringing. So I'm gonna go back into Bravo, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner. Just take Bravo and bring it underneath the lower lash line, just on the outer part. Let's go back into Crater of Heckla for the inner part. Now we need the inner corner. Wing wink. Not sure how Tiara would look. We also have Arctic Fox. Let's go with Arctic Fox. I'm just gonna take an MSQ shader brush into that shade and go ahead and place it here. Look how beautiful that is. This is a bit too bright for a brow bone for me, so I'm not gonna use it that way. All right, look number one. Let me know your thoughts. I am into it. Here it is from afar. And let's finish up the second look. So I do have the transition shade there. And now what I want to do is go into Mom Ride. Mom Ride is going to be the crease shade, taking that on a Morphe brush. And I'm just going to start it on the outer part of the crease, bring it over. I thought I had an idea for this look, and now it's leaning a different way, which is okay. I want to take our inspo shade, which is Lit from Unearthly Cosmetics, and let's put that on the first part of the eyelid. This, ooh. So the sparkle in this is very pretty. Now, for some reason, when I put on Mom Ride, I felt like the look started to have almost a purple, like a brown purple. So I think that Hunter would be a really beautiful complement by Clionadh, that metallic purple. So we're gonna put that with Lit. I think that is a perfect combination. And then I'm gonna go back into Mom Ride to just merge it with the outer corner. These are looks I could pull together really quickly just because the shades complement each other. If I wasn't talking through them, I could pull them together super fast. So let's go back into Crater of Heckla. We got Mom Ride on the lower lash line. We got Crater of Heckla to pull it all together. And then for the inner corner, I'm gonna go into Vermillion from Clionadh. And this is another one that looks so good all over the lid and would have looked beautiful with the transitions. And I'm sad because I think the only shade that I didn't use is Tiara, which is just beautiful. I don't know where we could use that shade, but look at that. Wow. That's why this is one of my favorite shades. It's just so fiery. My camera cut me off, but I don't want to leave Tiara out. I've used everything else. So I'm going to just take this and maybe place it a little bit on the lower lash line. I can't leave out one shade, y'all. That's not fair. It's not right. It's just not practical. Just a little something like that, you know, it's a little extra. All right, so here is look number 2. So let me know what you think about look number 2 and look number 1. All right, you guys, I am going to go ahead and put on liner and mascara, and then I'm gonna wrap this up and let you know what we're gonna be doing for the month of September. All right, you all, I'm back with the final look. I lowered the exposure just a little bit, and hopefully you can see everything accurately. So to finish off the eye look, I just used a brown matte liner from Charlotte Tilbury and the Benefit They're Real mascara. That's it. So those are the 2 looks. Now, I think the green is my favorite. I really love kind of the antique shade. I love Hyperion. I think it looks really great. I love this icy blue here, but I actually really love this too. So I don't know, maybe it's not my favorite. Because I really like the brown and purple combo as well. So I don't know, it might be a tie this month for which look I like the best. I don't always do 2 looks, but I like showing the versatility of things. So yeah, y'all, that is my grab and go palette. Let me know what you think. That was like really easy for me to come up with the looks. Like there was just no thought at all, and that's what I need when I have to report at 7:15. And it's nice to still have something that looks unique and that looks special, but it's not going to take a whole lot of time to fool around with. So I'm really happy with the entire look, including, you know, the base products, the blush, the highlight, the lipstick. I think it came together really, really well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you like any of these eyeshadow shades, I do make sure I put those in the description box. I'm trying to get better, but I will have all 10 of those shades in the description box so you can look at them if you are interested in any of them. And what else? Oh, so next month, I believe, and I hope I'm not wrong, next month, I think we're gonna be duping the vibes of a new release. I thought that was going to be really fun. It's going to be September, you know, we're getting into fall, and last year we did a spooky palette or Halloween, something like that. I think we're duping the vibes. I might be wrong, so I'll either put an overlay on the screen or I will update it in the comments in case you are doing this along with us. Remember, this is an open collab for anyone, whether you're a content creator here on YouTube, or you create content or palettes on Instagram, or you're just creating from your house. I would love for you to tell me what shades you use, even if I never see a picture of it. If you do post it, definitely tag Kelly, Kendra, and I, because I love to repost stuff like that. I think it's really fun to see different perspectives of the same thing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what is a grab and go palette for Kelly, what is a grab and go palette for Kendra. I'm very curious to see their ideas. So if you have time, please go ahead and check out Kelly's video and Kendra's video. I cannot wait to see what they come up with. That's it, y'all. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me today for another BYOP video. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. So until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.